Every day we get on the road and follow basic guidelines that all drivers are required to obey. We do this for our own safety and the safety of others on the road. There are stoplights, one-way signs, yield signs, and stripes on the road surface, all for the purpose of maintaining order and reducing the chances of collision. But what if you had no directional lines painted on the road? What if you didn't have a road at all, but instead the road was water? How would you maintain safety on the water just as you would on the road? Did you know that there is already a predefined set of rules for operating a boat? These rules govern lights, markers, channels, and directions of travel. They are known as the International Regulations for the Prevention of Collisions at Sea. We also refer to these as the Inland Navigation Rules. The U.S. Coast Guard has defined these rules so that boaters who know the rules will be able to operate their boats safely together. The navigation rules provide a common understanding among boaters regarding how, where, which way, and why they should move, and what is needed to boat safely. The #1 goal is to prevent collisions, eliminating injuries and death. Hi, my name is Tina, and I'm your host here at BoatOnCourse.com. Today we're going to learn the navigation rules and compare them to rules that you are probably very familiar with when driving a car. Come with me, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine who will be helping us out on the water today. Come on, let's go. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tina.
This is Tim, our boating safety guide. I'm so glad you're here. How are you?
Thanks for having me. As you can see, we've got a great, perfect day to be out on the water, and it's a perfect day for me to be your boating safety guide, so thanks for having me.
You're not kidding. It's an amazing day. I'm so excited about what we're going to learn today, and today we're going to talk about the navigation rules that govern power boats. So let's begin at the beginning, Tim. Tell me, what are some of the basic rules for navigating a boat?
Yeah, well, before actually operating a boat, there are a couple of principles that drive the rest of these navigational rules. First, let's talk about what a vessel actually is and how we define the different parts of a vessel. A vessel includes every description of watercraft that can be used for transportation on the water. Examples include kayaks, personal watercraft, fishing boats, sailboats, and even aircraft carriers. Okay, Tina, remember, when we're talking about the different parts of a boat, directions are based on facing the front of a boat. So if you and I are in a boat, the front of the boat is called the bow, the rear of the boat is called the stern, left side of the boat is called port side, and the right side of the boat is called starboard.
Okay, before I forget, can we go over that real quick? The front of the boat is the bow, the back is stern, right? Left is the port side, and the right is starboard.
You got it. Now, if you understand that, what that's going to be able to give you the ability to do is communicate with other vessels on the water what your intent is, or in other words, what you're about to do.
That makes sense. And I want to go over it one more time. Bow, stern, port, starboard.
Got it.
Now that we understand what a vessel is and the parts of the vessel, why don't we talk a little bit more about basic principles for the navigational rules? Can you tell us a little bit about that, Tim?
Well, the most important navigational rule is to understand which boat you are on the water. There's what's called the give-way vessel and the stand-on vessel. And knowing whether or not you're the give-way vessel or the stand-on vessel, that's the most important rule on the water.
On land, we say that one car has the right-of-way over another car. On water, we don't use the term right-of-way. Instead, we say stand on and give way. If you are the stand-on vessel, you should continue on your current course and allow the other boats to keep out of your way, or in boating terminology, give way to you. Yielding is very similar to being the give-way vessel. In other words, you would give way to other vehicles around you.
Don't forget that even though you understand the rules, you can't assume that other operators understand the rules. As a matter of fact, there's probably a lot of boaters out there who don't understand the rules. So for safety's sake, you have to assume that nobody understands the rules.
It's kind of like the idea of defensive driving, that you're responsible for your car and staying safe.
Right, right. And we can talk more about give way and stand on as we get ready to go out on the water ourselves. Everybody, Tina, this is Will. Will is also a boating safety expert, and Will is going to be helping you out today.
Awesome, thank you. So Tim, now that we're about to get on the water, what else do we need to know about stand on and give way?
Right, well, it's pretty basic. When two vessels are approaching each other, the giveaway vessel is obligated to give way or get out of the way of the other vessel, while the stand-on vessel is obligated to maintain its course and its speed.
Okay, I want to make sure I get it clear. The stand-on vessel stays on course and stays steady, while the give-way vessel gives way for the boat to continue to do what it's been doing. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, good.
But if the giveaway vessel does not take appropriate action to avoid collision, the navigation rules say that the stand-on vessel must now take action such as slowing down, steering away, or stopping. Remember, the stand-on vessel should never turn toward the giveaway vessel or cross in front of it. The navigation rules state that all other rules can be disregarded only if there is an immediate risk of collision.
Safety is really important, isn't it?
Safety first.